everyone, my name is Carol and my trail name is Cheer, and I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail in 2019. And I'm going to show you my toiletry system today and my first aid system in one video. And just a little bit of background. Before I started my PCT trek, I did a lot of in-depth gear videos before, during, and now this is my after final cut version of my gear. So again, I'm going through my toiletry system and my first aid system today. I do have other videos on my other systems that I used while hiking to make it very easy to like pack up and unpack during the day. So let's get to toiletry system first. So I have everything in a Zpacks little stuff sack, dry sack. Unfortunately, this one got a little hole in it probably halfway through hiking. So I'd say maybe about after 1,200 miles. But it didn't really matter because all the stuff in my toiletry system, it was okay if it got wet. So I didn't really bother patching it, but I could patch it with some like tenacious tape or something, or duct tape. So first thing, I did decide to bring a mirror. A little bit of a vanity item, I guess you could say, but I found it helpful if like I had something on my face, or when I was cleaning my face at the end of the day, it was kind of helpful to like be able to see the dirt on my face and everything. So mirror. Speaking of wiping my face, I usually would have some sort of facial wipe with me. Andalou Naturals makes like a little 12-pack, but you can use baby wipes or whatever you want. But I really liked washing my face with these well, not every day, but almost every day. If I had extra, I would also wash off my feet, which kind of helped with, not getting blisters and that sort of thing. So really like the wipes. Kind of another vanity item. None of that is really needed, but it made my trip a lot nicer. It was great to have a little end of the day routine after I was done hiking. So those were parts of my routine. Speaking of routine, I got this little cork ball from 2 Foot Adventures, and they usually, if you're hiking the PCT, they usually have a little setup in Warner Springs and then also in Kennedy Meadows. So in the first 702 miles, that's where they usually are. And so when I was in Kennedy Meadows, I thought it would be nice to be able to like roll out my feet at night, or my Achilles tendons or ankles or whatever. So it's very light as well. So like my little cork ball from 2 Foot Adventures. Empty Ziploc bags just in case. It's always good to have some extra Ziplocs. Just in case you need it, and if it's raining or something and you want to put things like KT tape, make it waterproof. So carried this. I only got 2 blisters on the whole trail, which was really not what I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more blisters, but when I did get a blister, I would cover it with a Band-Aid and then put KT tape over it, just so it was like an even surface, and so the Band-Aid wouldn't wear off as quickly. So really like the KT tape. This is like a smaller version of them, so really lightweight too. So I just carried a couple with me in my toiletry set. Okay, the Ziploc bag is kind of dirty, but I have my toothpaste, my little toothbrush, and then floss in here. And to be honest, this is kind of gross, but I didn't brush my teeth every single night. But it was nice when it wasn't cold. I would do it before bed. Let's see. Didn't use this often either, but sometimes it was nice when I had a big rat's nest in my hair. A little comb, very lightweight. I don't even remember where I got this from. It was just lying around in my house, but you can get it at Walmart or a drugstore. Let's see, I usually carried some sort of moisturizer, and this was like a little sample size I got a long time ago that I just had in one of my drawers. So carried this. When I was in the Sierra and it was a little bit more dry, I would carry a bigger moisturizer container, because I needed it a lot more for my hands and my face, because it was pretty dry at the higher elevations. Also have a chapstick, and my this is actually made by one of my friends. It's very pure. It's like cacao butter. essential oil, so I was actually able to like put it all over my face if I needed extra moisture or like under my eyes. So I don't believe she makes these anymore, but any multi-purpose stick would do if you wanted a little bit of extra moisture. Cocokind makes a really good one. That's natural. Oh, there's like a bug. That's more natural. It's called MyMatcha, and I love it. I use it all the time. It was a little bit big, but I would consider carrying it for like weekend backpacking trips. And if you're not as concerned with the weight of your pack, might be a good way to go. Okay, and then of course, having long hair, I have some hair ties in case I lost one and some bobby pins, because when I would wear my hair kind of like this, I'd like to, you know, affix the side so my hair wasn't like flying in my face. Lastly, for all the females out there, this was just my choice, but for when it's that time of the month, I used a period cup, so I carried this with me in a Ziploc. And period cup is really nice because you don't produce a ton of waste that you have to pack out. You just empty the cup, you know, in kind of like how you would go number 2, you would dig a cat hole and go through the same process. So that is pretty much it for my toiletry system. Clean that up later. Also wanted to go over in the same video, because I think this is along the same vein, my first aid kit. I won't go through every single thing because you can get pre-made first aid kits, lightweight first aid kits for hiking long distance. I kind of made my own because I already had some things. So first I want to mention I have my NOLS first aid wilderness first aid little guide, because I did take the class, and I do recommend if you're going to hike a long trail to take the class. I actually signed up through RAI, but then it's really through NOLS. So yeah, it was really informative, and I felt very prepared when going on trail. You know, if somebody was hurt, I felt prepared to help them because I had my first aid kit all prepped, and then I had my little cheat sheet here. And during the class, you go through all of these different exercises, and it's over 2 days, usually on the weekends. So it's pretty intensive, and it just prepares you for a lot of the common things you see on trail. So anyway, I do recommend taking a class before you start a long through hike. Let's see. So I had some gloves, which is important to protect yourself if you're going to help somebody who's kind of bloody, or there's, excrements or whatever it is out for you to touch. Definitely good to protect yourself from other people's blood and that sort of thing. I have an emergency blanket. It's pretty lightweight. Never had to use it, luckily. A wrap. So this is definitely multi-purpose. You can wrap if you had, I actually had shin splints on the trail, so I wrapped my leg. But this could become so many things. It could be, it could secure a big bandage if somebody has a big wound, or anything like that. So it's really just great multi-purpose. And this is an ACE. And it's also cloth. Let's see, gauze pads, antibacterial. Sterile pads. Having a lot of pads is great in case somebody's really bloody. It's good to have a lot, and they're really lightweight as well, so it's not a big deal to carry quite a bit. But if you're worried about weight, maybe just carry 1 or 2, and then resupply as needed. Triangular bandage is in case somebody needs like a sling. We practiced doing that in the NOLS class as well. More bandages, and then alcohol wipes are really important as well to keep things sterile and to wipe off your hands when you're done. Band-aids. So that's pretty much it for my toiletry and first aid. I'm going to be coming out with some more videos. I have, let's see, 3 more of my gear system, so stay tuned for that. And if you like this content and want to see more from me, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Thank you very much, and I will be seeing you guys soon.